Hi there, it's Bernii here with you today for my very first layout video for the Kitaholic Kit Club. Glad to be jumping back into doing videos, and hopefully I'll be doing them very regularly with the beautiful kits that come out every month through Kitaholics. So today I'm working with the newly released May kits that have just come out at the start of the month. I'm just going to apologize quickly now before we keep going for the blurry video. It doesn't last the whole video, I promise you. It goes, or it cuts into, I think at about the maybe 2-minute mark, we get back into some good video footage. I did check my settings, and because it has been a while since I have done a video, I thought I had focused the video, but clearly not now that I'm looking back at it. It looks like I've had a couple of beers, and that's the fuzziness after a few drinks. But yeah, I promise you that it will come back into focus. So anyway, back to the layout. I am using the May kit, which is full of gorgeous Kaisercraft goodies, which has just been one of their new releases. And the photo that I'm scrapbooking is a beautiful photo of my daughter, my niece, and their grandmother. And it was from a Christmas carols that we went to a couple of years ago here in Toowoomba. And the photo I have been saving for the proper paper collection, I guess, to come across my scrapbooking desk. And this was the collection that was just perfectly matched. The nice soft colors were just perfect for it. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a beautiful cut file from the Cut to You shop, and it has these beautiful pinwheel flowers. And before, you could see there that I was trying to cut corners in backing my file, and I decided to trace the whole flower, cut it out, and then thought I could just directly back it to stop me having to do this, the individual little petals one by one by one. But as I was trying to cut that corner, I'm really not sure what happened. I cut the file, but then I just couldn't get it to sit exactly perfectly back into the back of the file. So I think it was user error. I'm really not sure what happened there. But anyway, so I turned off the camera. I went and backed all the rest of the file while I popped on some Netflix and kept watching my Nashville, which I'm totally addicted to at the moment. Or not Netflix, sorry, on Stan. And yeah, I did end up doing most of those files, or flowers, sorry, petal by petal, and it did take me some time. Usually I do just roughly outline or trace the cut file and then back it onto paper, and then use my scissors to trim it out around the edge. But what I have been finding is that my little Cuttlebee scissors have been chocked up with glue, and I can't seem to open or close them properly. And it's my fault because I haven't been cleaning the scissors after, you know, each use with a baby wipe. So I have remembered to do that this time. And yeah, so you'll see in a moment, I'm going to add a couple of more cut files to the top there, because I'm just finding that the layout is a little bit too heavy on down the bottom right hand side of that layout, and it just needs something up the top. So that's what I'm going to do now here. You'll see that I'm just going to go around the whole cut file with my fine tip liner, and then just roughly trim it out or cut it out, and then I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll trim it out properly later. I've learned to let the glue dry a little bit so that it doesn't chock up my scissors. So I'm only using 4 of these little pinwheel flowers, and I've just cut them out of that cut file, and I've just put that cut file to the side because I might be able to use it later on another layout. And while I was doing that, so I turned the camera off, cut those out, and when I came back to, I think I grabbed a coffee and came back, and I noticed my little cat, Porgy, sitting on my scrap desk, and she looked so cute and so comfortable, I didn't even want to move her. So she's joining me for the rest of the video here. She's just lays to the side and just keeps me company while I'm just scrapping away and watching Nashville. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through all the embellishments now. So you do end up getting a packet of the Kaisercraft embellishments the embellishments that come with this particular collection as well. So I'm just sifting through all of those to see what's going to match. On the left-hand side of the paper there, I also found a couple of those strips that must have come off another layout that I've previously done. And it was just laying on my desk, and I just thought that blue and black stripe just worked really nicely on that left-hand side, just to edge off the layout there. Sometimes I find it really difficult at times to work on coloured backgrounds. But for this layout, I wanted to challenge myself to use the coloured background. Yeah, so it was a nice way just to kind of tie off on that left-hand side the layout. So I'm just going through the rest of my papers at the moment because I want to create a bit of layering behind that photo there. And I've just pulled off that Together title, which we also get a whole packet of those titles in our kits. And this Together one seemed perfect for this layout because the girls, my niece and my daughter, just absolutely love hanging out with their grandmother and will take any chance, especially my daughter, is forever asking me to go over to her grandmother's. And this photo and that title is just, the sentiment is just perfect. So, yeah, and with that title there as well, I don't know if you noticed there before, I do tend to get some greaseproof paper. I peel off the title and I adhere it to the greaseproof paper, and that just allows me to move the title around my page to see exactly where I want it without having any of the stickiness come off the back of the title itself, or if it accidentally grips onto something and I've got to pull it apart and pull it off. Yeah, so that one I think I learnt that little trick there from Jen Scow watching, or Scow, sorry, Jen Scow, watching one of her videos, and I seem to do it on all of my layouts now, and it's such a great idea. So I'm just going through the embellishments. They're the exclusive embellishments that I'm going through at the moment. So every month with your kit, you get an exclusive little ephemera pack there, which are perfectly matched to the kits. If you get the Project Life kits as well, it also comes with its own exclusive little embellishments, and I love that. I love yeah, you just get that little bit extra with like little journaling spots, little sentiments. Usually it's got flowers and butterflies, and it's just all those little extra little bits that you can add to your layer, and it just stretches that kit out that little bit more. So I'm just adhering all those down. I'm not going to add too many embellishments because I think the cut file does enough. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through. I've just found a couple of those sentiments as well that I just thought it brings in the colors, especially that blue one that I want to really adhere down. It brings in the left-hand side and underneath the photo there. So it brings in that little visual triangle. Or am I going to swap that out? I thought I had the blue one on there, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I'm going to adhere this title down. I'm going to glue that one down as well because I don't want to, in a couple of years' time, flip through my albums and the title is in the bottom of the page protector, which has happened to me in the past. But anyways, this is pretty much the end of the layout. I'm just going to add my journaling off camera and a couple of black splatters. Thank you so much for joining me for my first layout, and I can't wait to keep sharing with you what I've created with each month's kits. Here is a couple of photos and close-ups of my layout, and I hope you find some time to get scrappy. Thanks so much. See you later.